Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Rawafed Talks, the podcast where we dive into exciting topics that connect us students, learners, teachers, and a part of a diverse community at Rawafed School. I'm your host, Darwiche, a high school chemistry teacher, and I'm so excited to have you join us today. Today we are going to talk about something that we experience every day, whether in the classroom, on the playground, and even at a school event. Our topic is the spirit of tolerance. What can we learn from UAE's cultural diversity? Did you know that UAE is a home to over 200 nationalities? That's like having the whole world in one country. And in our school, we see the diversity in action every single day. To help us understand more, I have two extra special students from Rawafed School, Haya and Muhammad. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, hello. How are you?
How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing good today.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Excited to be the very first guests?
Yes, we're pretty excited.
Okay. Let's start with a simple one. Haya, I will start with you. Can you tell me about the time when you learned something interesting from a classmate of a different nationality?
When I'm about to admit something a little bit embarrassing, but it wasn't until I came to the school that I realized just how different Arabic dialects can be from each other.
For example, when the weather is hot, I've only ever heard it being described as hab, but when I came to the school, I heard it being described as shob, and I've never been so confused in my life. So that was very interesting to learn just how different dialects can be from each other.
Yeah.
Describing the same thing.
We say shob all the time, which means ha.
Yeah, but I've never been around that before.
No, you know. Okay, what about you, Muhammad?
So when I came here back in 2019, I used to wear like a t-shirt for everything. Even in the winter, I used to wear a t-shirt when there was snow. So when I came here to the UAE, and you know how really hot the climate really is here. So I was wearing a t-shirt and I just see people in the summer wearing hoodies. So especially even my friend Yusuf, he wears a hoodie everywhere. So I asked him, don't you get hot? He's like, no, I feel cold. Even outside, even though the degree is like 40, it's like 40 degrees Celsius outside. He says, no, I'm freezing out here. And even though it's actually pretty hot, so...
But now you are used to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it.
Okay. That sounds amazing. Okay. Muhammad, how do you think having a classmates from different backgrounds make school life more interesting?
I think as school life becomes more diversified in terms of having more nationalities on the school grounds. For example, if you have people from Tanzania or from Mexico or from Montenegro, for example, people can actually connect with each other, they can understand each other, they can learn the languages, they can learn cultures, they can learn about the new traditions among each other. So I think that it actually fosters a bond in a community and it brings people together. So I think it's necessary to have many nationalities. However, it would have a school with one nationality, everyone's going to feel the same. Nobody feels special about themselves. No one has anything to represent themselves at all.
There's nothing new to learn from your friends or from the other backgrounds, right?
Exactly. So that's why I think it's necessary.
Haya, what about you?
I actually agree with his last point, since I did come from a school that was almost entirely locals. But meanwhile, in this school, there are so many different nationalities. There's always something new to learn. There's always a bit of someone's life that you were just completely unaware of,
I agree. It just shows how learning goes beyond textbooks. Okay, Haya, we all know that UAE is known for many important values like tolerance and respect. Can you tell me, what does tolerance mean to you?
Well, to me, tolerance extends past just coexisting with one another. It even goes as far as to strive to learn more about other people's cultures, to learn to accept them and respect them at the same time, even if they don't completely align with your own values and your own cultures and traditions. So to me, while other people, they think tolerance is just coexisting and just breathing the same air as them, no, I think that tolerance extends beyond that. It extends to learning to accept their cultures, learning to learn more about them, and things of the same caliber.
Thank you. Muhammad, how does Rawafed School show tolerance?
I think in this school, we've seen tolerance in the sense that people feel the same or they feel a sense of belonging to the school. For example, the school doesn't discriminate between someone who's a local or someone who's from outside, such as from Syria or from, for example, India. So we haven't actually seen this type of discrimination. So basically, the school shows a type of tolerance towards its whole students, and the students feel safe and they feel like they're in a foster environment. So that's how I think that this school actually fosters their own students.
Definitely, even teachers are from different backgrounds, different nationalities, and we learn from each other. We learn how to respect each other, how to communicate with different languages, the different backgrounds. So it's pretty amazing to have different nationalities and different backgrounds, right?
Yeah, exactly. All the teachers can communicate with each other. The teachers can communicate with all the students, just like everyone can connect.
Okay, one final question, Haya. If you could teach the world or your students in class one lesson about cultural diversity, what would it be?
I'd say that a general rule of thumb to follow is that not everything's going to align with your values and your culture. You might find things that go completely against what you were taught or something that you've just never seen before. So my lesson or my advice would just be to learn to live with that and to learn to accept that that's just how someone lives in the world. Not everyone's going to have the exact same life as you, and that's totally okay.
Exactly. You have to accept each other, respect each other.
Of course.
What about you, Muhammad?
I personally think that someone should go as far as beyond to understand them and to understand why they believe in these different cultural values. Because understanding them actually makes you understand why they believe in these things. Like, for example, if I'm from Iraq, that means some people from other ethnic backgrounds, I could probably understand why they believe in such festivals or in such traditions. And it actually makes me a more smarter individual because now I know what they believe in. And I can apply this to my daily life. Exactly. So I think it's actually quite important. And I think it's a very important lesson and it's really crucial for building one's character.
Amazing. I'd say that differences makes us stronger. We can learn so much from each other. Even student-teacher, I can learn from my students. Students can learn from teachers, not only the lesson, science or chemistry class, right?
Exactly.
It's only natural.
Brilliant. Are you ready for some fun twists?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's a fun activity. Every episode in Rawafed Talks, I have like 5 cards. Each card have a different fun question about the topic we are talking about. So I want you to choose a number from 1 to 5 and answer the question. Ready?
Okay.
Haya?
I'm going to choose the number 2 because it's a very pretty number.
Okay. Card number 2. The question is, what tradition from your family that you enjoy the most?
A tradition from my family. I'd say that's every Friday. We have this little family tradition. It's very deeply rooted in Emirati culture. Where every Friday we ditch the tables and we ditch the cutlery and we eat on the floor in a giant plate with our hands. It's a very good way to reconnect to my culture and my traditions and my ancestors who used to live like that every single day. And I really do enjoy it. You know, it does bring me back down to earth.
Exactly. It's very nice. I want to try it one day.
You should.
Okay, thank you. Muhammad, can you choose from 1 to 5?
Topic number 1.
Number 1. If you could travel anywhere to learn about a new culture, where would you go?
I actually think I'd go to Italy because although that many people believe that Italy is only about pizza and pasta, I think Italy is more than just that. You know, they have many historical monuments such as the Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So I think that it actually dates back in history and it's not just about the food or basically the experience there. I think that Italy actually has a historical background more than many countries around the world. So I think that if you go there, you can actually strengthen your cultural diversity and you can understand the Italian people as they are.
Yeah, that's nice. I hope you travel Italy very soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. So today we discovered that diversity isn't about just differences. It's about learning, sharing, growing together, whether it's through food, language, or even a science class. Every day at school is a chance to learn something new from someone different. Do you have anything to say before we close?
I think everything that was worth saying was said. This was a very productive conversation in my opinion.
Yes, thank you so much, Muhammad.
No, that's it. I think we needed this conversation so people could actually understand what the importance of cultural diversity is. Yeah.
So next time you're sitting with a friend, ask them about their culture. You might learn something surprising. Thanks for joining us on an episode of Rawafed Talks. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep learning.
Thank you.